Hey guys, and welcome back to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It's time to head into Chucklehuck Woods. And I would say from like a personal standpoint, this is where the game started to get a wee bit tricky for me, because this is where they bring in enemies that like to use spikes a lot, and also certain enemies that like to inflict status ailments, like poison. So maybe taking in some refreshing herbs to this pretty gosh darn big area would probably be a bright idea. See, it's so big you need a map to navigate it.
This area is definitely a lot more intricate, and it's definitely going to test your skills of what you've learned so far. I have to say, Chucklehuck Woods really isn't one of my favorite areas in this game, and again, I'm going to try and be fair with my criticism, but at the same time understand that I unabashedly love this game. I don't know, I guess it's just, like, I don't hate it, but it's the music, which isn't as memorable to me. It's just kind of a general dark, dreary kind of wood area. Not my favorite area, but not bad.
Would you say, like, in my RPGs, the woods area is one of your least favorite tropes or level types?
Well, that kind of tends to happen in a lot of these kind of games. I would say I haven't really met a woods area, except the Paper Mario series actually have more interesting wooded areas, I find. Like, I like that one with, what was that place called? You know, in Thousand Year Door.
Boggly Woods.
With, like, yeah. With, like, you're in the tree and you have to get all the whatever the hell those things, the teenies?
Yeah, the teenies.
Teenies, there you go, okay. You have to get, like, all the teenies together, and you have, like, you have to gather them all, and then you have, like, a weird mini strategy game kind of thing where we have enough forces to take them out. I actually really like that area.
Well, I think that's meant to be a homage to, like, Pikmin, because you have, like, 100, and they're all following you like the Pikmin would follow Olimar. It's surprising how many people I found who hate Chapter 2, or at least extremely dislike Chapter 2 of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I kind of like the Boggly Woods area, to be honest. It looks great, the music's pretty serene. I would say the party you get there is probably the downside of it for me. I'm not a fan of Madame Flurry.
Yeah, I'm not a big Madame Flurry fan either. Well, let's get the 411 on these guys first. Basically, you want to watch out for the distance that these spear guys will be, because sometimes they'll twirl their spears and get close, and then they'll try to trip you, and other times they'll try to ram you, you know, from a distance, so you gotta watch out for that kind of thing.
Fuzzies, careful, because these can poison you.
Yeah, kill that tree thing first. Like, that's what I always like to do, so they don't mess with me.
Oh, did I mention, now that we have, like, hammers and stuff, we can do hammer-specific moves?
Yes, you did! Oh, it's so good!
Yes, I struggle with the spear-wielding guys a lot, so I apologise for the many hits I will be taking throughout the course of our Chucklehuck Woods adventures.
Yeah, obviously you can't jump on them because of the spears, and you actually aren't... They'll teach you about, like, the Hammer Brothers abilities a bit later, if I recall correctly. But you could just go ahead and use them now if you know what you're doing.
I'm not even sure if they do, like, teach you those. It's like, hey, you've got new bros moves now, so do it. And I just want to correct you slightly. You can jump on the Shy Guys with the spears because they're not holding them above their heads. It's kind of, like, weird discerning stuff like that, I guess, but they are susceptible to jump attacks. You won't take any damage.
Okay, fair enough. It does look a little deceptive, don't you think? Like, it's easy to kind of go, alright, I better not jump on these guys because they have spears.
There is a certain badge you can equip which allows you to jump on spiked enemies, you know, like the Spinies, or the little beanie variety of spiked or shielded enemies, but I think that might be a little bit of RNG, or you've got to go out of your way to find it, so, just go with a hammer whenever in doubt.
Yeah, that's kind of a waste of a badge slot anyway. I prefer to use that for, like, you know, good buffs and things like that. I wanted to actually kind of go back a little bit to when you were talking about Chapter 2 of Thousand Year Door. To be honest, I think most people tend to... The chapter they really just tend to like the most in that game, universally, I believe, is, like, the pro wrestling chapter.
Fuck yes, buddy!
I love that. Like, when I was going through that game, that was the chapter I was really looking forward to. And I didn't like the idea of having to kind of grind out all the fights in order to get where I needed to go. But at the same time, it's so original. And they don't really do that in, like, Mario RPGs that much. And that and the train. I think, like, the train gets more mixed response in terms of what people like for that kind of thing. But I love the train chapter. I love the setting. I love the mystery behind it all. I just think it's really great all around.
Yeah, what you're talking about is the Excess Express, isn't it?
Yeah, that thing where you gotta figure out, What was the crime that was happening? Damn, I forgot.
And it was certainly nefarious, that's what it was. And it has, like, a diary. Like, if you read it, you die instantly and get a game over.
Yeah, the guy tells you not to read it, and then if you read it, he just pops up and goes, "What did I fucking tell you?"
Oh, well, boy, taking you to hell now. Chapter 9, Mario goes straight to hell.
That's like part 1 of Doom, though. This is like Mario Doom.
Oh, man. A +4 in HP, man. I am living La Vida Loca right now.
You blew it! Why did you put it in HP, you fucking tool?
Ah, these guys. Gotta take off their spiny shields. Well, good enough.
Oh, that's a gold beanie. That actually offers you a lot more experience, I believe, if you beat him.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna kill him before he runs away. Bada bing!
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Now that Chopper Brothers attack you've been using, you know, not too long into this part. Nicely done, by the way.
What's up?
No, it's a good animation, but that Chopper Brothers move, that's a really useful boss killer, because many times you're going to be fighting a lot of bosses that are, you know, typically taller than the Mario Brothers. And if you do, like, the full version of that, like, you know, the super fast version right, you can rack up damage crazy fucking fast.
Alright, let's see what I'm going to put this into now. Let's see what past Tom decide to go for.
Can Luigi get a 4?
No, he gets a 2. Half of whatever Mario gets, because that's how the Mario Bros. Family fucking works.
That's true, he probably earns half of what Mario makes.
Oh man, that's discrimination, you know.
Well, hey, the year Luigi didn't work. I'm sorry, we gave him a whole year, and he blew it.
Oh man, yeah. Oh.
I'm sorry, Luigi.
Don't stare at me like that, I'm only like saving my game. Oh. Oh my, I am Grout, Groot's copyright-friendly cousin.
I am Root. Yeah.
This guy is basically acting as like a plot barrier or sentinel. We've got to find 3 different kinds of Chocola fruit. The white Chocola fruit, you got the red Chocola fruit, and the last one, which is not blue, it is in fact purple.
So which stand gives you the ability to split into 3 pieces while being still able to talk and move? Oh, I just noticed he's like colored like Napoleon ice cream. I can't say the name of it, but I always say Napoleon ice cream. You know, like with the strawberry, the vanilla, and the chocolate?
Yeah, Marge, we're out of chocolate, vanilla, strawberry ice cream.
I was thinking about that the other day, and how there's like 6 fucking boxes, and they're just still full of... Did he eat the vanilla too?
No, he just ate the chocolate and then said they're out. It's Neapolitan, the ice cream you're thinking of.
Yeah, that I could never say that right. Why do they even make those? Does anybody actually eat the strawberry side?
You're meant to mix the flavors together, and believe me, it is some good shit.
You mix them together? Oh, I guess I never thought of that, huh?
Yeah, the vanilla and the strawberry exist for a reason, you ice cream racist.
Hello. Hey, honey.
It's not much of a room. It's not even a bed here. What do you sleep on? I sleep in the earth. All glory to Mother Earth. Okay, I'll believe it now.
That's what the Native Americans think.
Yeah, we've kind of already been, like, collecting beads. Man, this is going to be awkward for, like, NPCs who give you, like, specific tutorials, and you learn it ahead of time.
You're not just watching a playthrough on YouTube, are you? They already know how to do this. I'm trying to talk to you here.
They're all looking at me and judging me for watching a Let's Play instead of playing the game. I'm sorry, I can't afford it, okay?
At least angry Luigi isn't pointing at you.
So yeah, pretty simple. Just collect the Chuckle Beans. And that's about it. Sorry, that sentence kind of trailed off there.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more.
A bit of oomph at the end? No, sorry, not today.
Be sure to enter my room and dig up my beans, fellas.
Is that a euphemism? No. God, no. Doesn't automatically tell you you've done it. You've got to go back and talk to her. This is how socializing works.
She probably sounds like Raz from Monsters, Inc.
Give me a minute. Brain cogs whirring. Oh, that...
It's possible I used the wrong name.
You're talking about the one who's like, I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
I'm watching you, Lazowski. Always watching
Did you put an L at the start there because you were trying to say Luigi?
I think I was.
Funnily enough, that's the Disney Funcom I'm editing next, actually, Monsters Inc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be doing it tomorrow at the time of this recording. You guys will see it in December. You gotta wait for the goods.
Alright, jumping on a Wiggler on the ass. I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna backfire.
Yeah, Wigglers traditionally hate being jumped on, as demonstrated here.
You shit on Wiggler, Wiggler shit on you!
Okay, here we go. Tit for tat, blat for blat. Let's take on Wiggler. He's got a very specific type of gimmick. Here, he'll charge at you, and you'll notice when you jump on a part of his body, it will go from pinkish red, or rose-coloured, to yellow, and you've basically got to turn all the segments yellow in order to get him to calm the fuck down. But basically, his weak point is his head. I would not recommend attacking that before he has gone into weakened mode, otherwise you will be dealing with a shockwave attack, and you'll know Entom hates shockwaves.
I am incredibly bad at fighting Wiggler. I just cannot do very well against him, but I'm thinking what might help is, you were actually telling me about this fight.
Yes.
And that...
Yes, I was. Sorry, you expected me to carry on the conversation. Okay. I use Chopper Bros. Bye!
And you killed him in one hit, so yeah.
I can assure you that didn't happen during, the heydays of Young Tom 64.
Yeah, definitely here, I still haven't been able to do that consistently. Usually I tend to rely on the other, the basic attacks for that kind of thing.
Okay, so that's one fruit down, 2 more to go.
Now, I don't think you can actually... You can either not engage enemies as Tiny Mario or something else. You can't do other particular things. Most of the time, you're gonna have to unshrink him before you get anything done.
Well, if an enemy tags you while you're small, it will just, make Mario revert to his normal thing and the battle will begin.
Yeah, I remember that now. Okay.
God, this music, it just kind of have, a hypnosis effect on it, doesn't it?
Okay, that's not fair. That enemy came down right when Luigi was jumping back off. You couldn't control that.
Hey, this is Superstar Saga. Leave your fucking casualness at the door, it's time to fight.
I wouldn't really call Superstar Saga hard, I mean...
Well, compared to Paper Mario 64.
That's true. I'm trying to remember, I don't think I struggled too hard on Bowser when I played Paper Mario. I seem to recall, I remember now, I played it for a long time, and then I got stuck on, what was his fucking name? The fucking clown guy, that fat motherfucker.
Oh, Huff and Puff.
Yeah, that guy. I got stuck on him, and then I learned the strategy you use, which I think was you just watt him over and over to death. And then when it got to that point where I figured, okay, I gotta beat the game, let me just use a strategy guy, and then I just kind of cheesed Cloud9 in order to make Mario constantly invincible, and that's how I beat that game.
We'll probably be bringing up the other RPGs as we go through the game. I apologise if that annoys you, but I just love discussing series as a whole and comparing stuff, honestly.
Hey, it'll give us shit to talk about, and that's always needed in these commentaries.
That's all that matters.
I'm judging you on your commentary, boys!
Okay, I'm sorry saving takes so long, Luigi. I didn't program the game.
It's kind of weird how long saving does take in this game. Yeah, I mean, it's like a cartridge. I think it wouldn't, but
That's not fair. Okay, I call bullshit on that one, because it happened when the players weren't in view.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that too.
Oh, places to dig. Hell yeah.
Luigi is a dog after all.
Okay, you can stop that now. Like air escaping from a hot air balloon of evil.
Well, as you know, I am full of hot air, so...
Never was a truest statement uttered.
I was a hurricane once.
Okay.
That was awkward.
Yeah, sorry. Ah yes, my Woo and Chuckle is doing well.
So green beans, red beans. I'm pretty sure we'll find black beans at one point.
What, is that a specific joke?
No. But black beans are a thing.
Yeah, they're actual coffee beans. Okay, we've got a mini-game of sorts here, but first some poetry by Bubbles.
You'll notice his poems suck. There's a reason for this.
When two are distant, pressing start but once will do, souls will reunite. That's not poetry as far as I'm aware.
Dark Souls? Will Dark Souls reunite?
I'm sorry, I just can't be doing it with you anymore. If I'm dialing up like your replacement as we speak here.
I always like these type of puzzles where it's like Lost Vikings, where you have to switch between your team, and you have to go to like different parts of the level to solve it. I always like that. Like, I'm gonna confess something here. I've played Atomic Betty on Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
And you don't know what that show is, do you?
No, I do know what Atomic Bay is. I'm just wondering why you think that's a bad thing. You can play what the fuck you want.
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting this level of...
I will not judge you! I'm forward thinking!
Anyway, I played that, and you think that game would be bad, and it's kind of meh. But what I did like was how the levels were actually just basically Lost Vikings between, like, all the different members of the team. And I actually really liked that, which was surprising about that game.
You know, splitting up and whatnot appears throughout the Mario and Luigi games, but I think in particular... In fact, I guess they do this for, like, every single game. Like, in the second game you have the babies, who are basically a separate team. Then the third game you have the Insider Bowser and Bowser himself. In the fourth game you have the dream segments, in which you, like, manipulate stuff outside of Luigi to, you know, get stuff going in his dreams, and Mario does all the platforming. And then in Paper Jam, I guess there's bits where Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi get split up, although none are coming to mind right now, so maybe that's the outlier in that regard.
Well, you do it, like, once, and then that's like, yeah, it really isn't that memorable. I still think the best stuff is when you do it with Luigi and, like, Dream Team, because that was just the best thing.
There's an area down in the bottom left, but we're not going there. Oh no, we're heading up to Mother Tree. But we kind of need to get one more, like, Chuckleroot, so I guess we'll be getting that next time. Come back next time for more Superstar shenanigans.